Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, we wake up every morning and we take things for granted. Sun came up this morning. We assume the sun comes up every day. We don't call it a miracle, but literally it's a miracle. The fact that we're even alive, that we're breathing. There are people that, go to sleep and don't wake up. And we just assume that we're going to be here day after day. We take our health for granted, our wealth for granted, whatever it is that we have, we assume we're going to have it and we just take it for granted. We don't call them miracles, but really, if you think about it, every single second is a miracle. Every single second is not a guaranteed for us. I had an interesting conversation with someone the other day. I walk into the store and we were talking exactly about this, and he says, there's going to be 6 minutes of darkness on August 1st or 2nd or 3rd, he said. Now, it happens to be I watch videos and they mention sometimes these things of like days of darkness. And I don't know if anybody here has ever seen that 3 days of darkness it talks about or whatever it is. This guy mentioned 6 minutes of darkness. And whatever it is, if we went dark, meaning if we lost technology, if we lost the sun for even a minute, 30 seconds, the whole world at one point, imagine what would happen. People would panic. But it's just about realizing that it shouldn't be taken for granted. Everything is a miracle, and of course, if we saw something that happened out of the norm that we would call quote unquote a miracle, like if all of a sudden something would fall out of the sky and we'd be like, whoa, we've never seen that before, a meteor, things like that, we get enamored by it. But the regular occurrence is the fact that the water doesn't crash into land every second, that there's not a tsunami every single second. We don't take for we don't appreciate, I should say. And I've learned to appreciate the small things, the birds flying, the insects landing on me at the exact moment when I need them to remind me that there's a God, that there's constantly creation is happening over and over again. Creation is happening every single second. We're creating our reality. I'm reading a book, this book somewhere over here. Oh, it's not here, it's downstairs. Ask and It's Given by Esther Hicks, who's a channeler. She channels this guy, Abraham, and he talks about being optimistic and joyful and learning to change your negative views into positive. I read it. I kind of stopped in the middle because at some point I'm like, all right, I got what it needed from it. But it's the idea of understanding that just to be in a place of gratitude, in a place of love, and then all of a sudden you see the world in that way, that you're grateful for these things that are miracles, but we don't call them miracles. We just, again, assume they're going to happen. And then maybe miracles do happen. You know, many people are religious, many people are Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, and they read from the traditions and they see in the traditions it talks about miracles, that people have experienced miracles, whether it was Moses, Muhammad, Jesus, they've experienced miracles. And, most of the people in the faith will say, yeah, it happened for them, but not that it happened for me. But it can happen for you. It can happen for anybody that starts to believe. And it starts with understanding that we can't take things for granted. I think that if we see these mundane things, these regular things as miracles, and you start to believe, whoa, God put it here every single day for me to experience, me to appreciate, me to be thankful for. They used to pray to the sun, they used to pray to the moon. I mean, I feel like that's really gone out of the way. Like we don't pray to these things. I mean, most people, but at the same time, maybe we should be thanking the moon, thanking the sun. I shouldn't say kind of do it. I do that sometimes. I'm outside and I'm thanking the moon. I'm not thanking the moon like the moon's a god, but in a way, we're all gods, right? We're all gods. We're creating our own reality. So it is kind of thinking that force, that power, the water, the birds, the nature, humanity, whatever it is, to be grateful for each experience, each moment. Every time you could have gratitude, there's not enough gratitude. It's not like I could have gratitude this second and not have gratitude the next second. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that people get caught up in like, well, I can't say thank you all day. Well, you can't. You might not say it out loud all day, but you can be thinking it throughout your day. There was a book I once read, a Hebrew studies book. It was called Bilvavi Mishkan Evnem, which meant in my heart, a dwelling place is being built. And in that book, it said you should walk around with a little piece of paper to remind you to think of God. And every time you forget, take out the piece of paper and look at it. I did it for a period of time. It didn't really last. I would say it's the same thing with gratitude and love. Like to have something to remind you definitely would help. And but whenever it comes to you that you're grateful, or you feel some sort of feeling and you want to turn into love, to be like, okay, I'm going to send my love. When I do that with my children when I'm not with them. When I think of them, I send them my love. I close my eyes, I breathe, and I send them my love. And I'm grateful. Then I say thank you, God, for allowing me to have them in my life. And I think that there's never enough. Like, we can never have enough of gratitude. We can never have enough of love. Anyone who tells you otherwise, I think, is silly. Like, why wouldn't you want to have that feeling? Why wouldn't you want to be in a place of love and gratitude? And the more you do it, you start to feel good throughout your day. You're not walking around like, ha 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 ha. You're not doing that all day, but you start to feel really good. You start to relax yourself. You're just in a place of gratitude and love, and you come back to the present moment. I'm wearing this shirt Be Here Now that my friend got me. I'm so grateful for him. So I'm wearing it today. He got me this shirt. I had another shirt, but long story short, I don't have that shirt for right now. Maybe I'll get it back at some point. But he got me this one in place. Not as good, not as good in terms of the actual shirt. I like the other one better, to be honest with you. But I'm so grateful. I have so much love for my friend. There are things that are happening in my life that I just, day after day, I'm grateful, and I want to stay in that place of love. So thank you again. I really appreciate you for listening.